Hi, welcome to Fish in the Midwest. I'm Mike Frisch. Thanks for joining us. Today I'm at Hanna's Marine in Minneapolis. Hanna's is one of the top marine boat dealers in the entire Midwest. Check out their website, or next time you're in the Twin Cities, be sure and stop in. Today, we're on a destination shoot again. That means we're gonna take you to a top Midwest fishing destination. And what we're gonna do today is we're going shallow water fishing. I often get asked, Mike, how shallow do bass live? Well, in some lakes, bass live really shallow. And if you want to get in on some great bass fishing, shallow or deep, you're gonna wanna check out the destination we're at today. But it's shallow water bass. Get in the boat, let's go have some fun. Today we're in the Alexandria, Minnesota area. We're chasing largemouth bass. Now the Alexandria area is a tremendous multi-species fishing area, but this time of the year, during the heat of summer, the bass bite really peaks. We're with Dana Freese. Dana is a bona fide bass head. We're going shallow fishing. This is gonna be hand-to-hand combat. Let's get out and go. So we get to the lake, the first thing that we notice is that the water is off color, which we expected. In off-colored water, a lot of times the bass will hold fairly shallow, particularly if there's good cover. This lake has lily pads, it's got docks, and it's got fallen trees, and all three of those areas hold bass. Way up under that tree too, wasn't he? You don't flip him around and get him. Nice fish, Dana. You threw it, you skipped it up under the tree, right?
Yeah, way back on the backside.
Yeah, look at there. That's what lives in shallow stuff in the summer.
So when it gets to be mid to late summer like this and the wind goes down flat like what we had today, I've often noticed that that'll push some of those shallow fish up into the shade, and that makes for a real good day for fishing lily pads and docks and overhanging trees and that sort of thing.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Boat flip, here we go. Well, Dana, this one gave me 2 chances.
Sometimes you get lucky and they'll bite again.
Hey, I'll take that kind of luck all day. You betcha. You betcha.
Not really. Kinda, sorta.
Fatty.
Yeah.
Not a monster. Kind of fun though. Watch that line jump and away you go.
Just trying to get them out of there is kind of tricky. Typically this next... There's one on a frog.
Nice one, Dana. Nice one. Look at him cutting it up. Woo. There you go. Good job, Dana.
Pad perch.
Little pad perch, huh?
Yeah. Just brought it right over that little point of rush just sticking out, and he was on it.
There we go. It's not long after we start fishing that we start to get bit. Now, some of these fish are smaller fish in the 1 pound to 2 pound range, but what we're looking for is those 3 to 3.5 pounders, because this lake has a healthy population of them as well.
So. Ate that pad perch though.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by G3 Boats, Yamaha Outboards, Strike King Lure Company, and Lou's Fishing.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
That's a good one. You want me to grab him, Mike?
Yep.
Nice
There
one.
we go. The frog did his job. Yeah, look at the belly, Dana.
Yeah, they're so fat.
Fun, 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 fun. All right, let's get her back.
A lot of times when we fish the weed line, we're fishing real light tackle, you know, spinning gear. But when you go up and fish this shallow, heavy cover, you really got to gear up. You need a good, heavy or medium heavy bait caster. You need some heavy braid, 30 to 50 pound braid. And you really got to set the hook, and you got to start getting them fish coming out of that stuff, because if they turn around and get down in that, man, most of the time you've lost the battle.
Dockfish.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever caught one there.
Come on there. Eating a jig. Good one, Dana?
Fair.
Yep.
Come here, buddy. Don't do it, don't do it.
That's a fourth one off this dock.
Yeah. Sometimes they load up. Like, there's a lot of choked out weeds and stuff on this lake, and they like them docks with the weed rollers.
Today we're using a variety of techniques. We're using topwater baits, we're using buzz baits and frogs. Dana's using a bait called a pad perch, which is a topwater. I'm using a KVD sexy frog, and we're getting some fish on those.
There's a little better one.
Yep. So Dana, kind of what we got going, a pretty fish, they're fat, is when we get to shallow cover, docks, pencil reeds, you name it, we kind of go into pitching mode where we throwing jigs and Texas rigs to the dock or the tree or the pencil reeds, but in between cover we're throwing horizontal baits, and today it happens to be frogs that we're working in the more open areas. There, Dana's got another one.
He's little, but he's on the frog, just like what you were just talking about.
Yeah. There you go, Dana.
A little better anyway.
These shallow fish sure are fat though, man.
Fish. Good one.
Oh. Where do you want to bring them, Dana?
I don't know. Over here.
There's Magnum. Good job. That's the thing about dock fishing. You go several docks where they're this big, and all of a sudden they're this big. That's fun. Nice job, Dana.
He was up underneath there 3-4 feet. You want to try to get it underneath the dock and into the shade if you can. They kind of hang out there, just waiting to eat a bluegill that comes swimming by. I think. Pretty good one. Yeah. Thought it was a little better than that, but that's not bad.
Fishing the Midwest is brought to you by Hanna's Marine, Explore Alexandria Tourism, Starbright, and Superior Industries.
Thank you, sir.
Good job, Dana.
Close to 3 pounds.
Good, healthy one. That fish came on a tree, but it seemed like it was up there, right, Dana?
When you're fishing at overhanging cover, trees, docks, and the sun is out like this, they like to get up in that shade so they can kind of hide, and then they can jump out of the shade and eat bluegills or whatever kind of bait is running around in there. So the further back underneath there you can get, the better.
Dana, one of the things that you're doing is you're using a new reel. Works great for this style of fishing, doesn't it?
Yeah, the new Luz Custom Pro with the Paramag ITB drag system is really great. I've been lucky enough to get this reel early. It'll be available for 2025 season, and it's helping me to skip under those trees because that's kind of not my strong suit. But with that new braking system, I can skip up underneath there and not get great big backlashes, and I've been real happy with it.
I thought that was one of them Congos to start with.
Splashed like he was big.
Yeah. In addition to the topwater action, when we get up tight to the trees where they're hanging in the water, or we're up close to the dock and there's good shade under the dock, then what we're doing is we're taking a Texas rig plastic, like a tube or some kind of a small craw creature type bait, and we're skipping and pitching it under the dock.
That's a better one than what was chasing it, I think.
I switched up. I went to Texas rigged Space Monkey. Moves a lot of water on the fall with those flapping tails. One of them's a bit off. The flapper just moves a lot of water, and in this dirty water, it gives the fish a chance to hone in on the bait.
When we're fishing this shallow cover, what we're looking for is shaded areas often are really good. That's why some of the fish we caught today were way up underneath that dock. That gives those fish a sight advantage over their prey. They can hide in the dark, and any prey that happens to come by in the sunlight is at a disadvantage. We're also looking for maybe, you know, thicker clumps of weeds that a fish can hide in is another good thing.
That fish gave himself away by moving. I saw the little wake he made as he got close to the bait. God, he's not very long, but he sure is fat. How's yours, Dana?
Good.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get aced on this deal. Ooh, that's a nice one, Dana. That's a real nice one. I got aced. Dana, one of the things about the Alexandria area is not only is there tremendous diversity of lakes for different species, but you can fish different kind of lakes and use different kind of patterns. Today we're in a shallow, off-colored water lake where the fish are in, say, 1 to 4 feet. And of course we have those deep weed line lakes where the fish are in 12 to 18 feet. But it's pretty cool to have this diversity, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, whatever type of fishing you like to do, Alec has it, you know. They're not just the bass fishing you were talking about, shallow and deep, but walleyes and great crappie fishing as well. Well, I've lived in the Alec area my whole life, and it's a really great place to be. It feels kind of small town, but we have a lot of things that larger cities would offer. So, you know, there's shopping, we've got the box store shopping, but there's tons and tons of mom and pop little shops that are really cool. Restaurants are great. And again, you got the chain restaurants, but you got these little mom and pop cafes and restaurants that are awesome. We got this wonderful biking and walking trail near town. There's golf courses, lots of really nice parks with some of them have some really good fishing piers where you can actually catch some fish from shore. In addition to all of those things, there's also a lot of lodging. There's a lot of rentals on the lake. You can get a house on the lake. There's plenty of motel rooms in town too, if that's the way you would rather go. We still got some good resorts in the area as well.
Come here, boy.
Pretty good one. You want help, Mike?
I'll get him.
There we go.
Boat flipper.
3-pounder.
Yeah. Heavy, heavy, heavy. A lot of belly. About time. Nice one. Get her back.
Fish in the Midwest is brought to you by Nelson Auto Center, Distinctive Cabinet Design, Railblaza, and Power Pole.
There you go, Dana. That one was up there.
Yeah.
Way up there. Anytime you're fishing heavy cover, docks, trees, lily pads, you need strong abrasion resistant line. We're using 30 to 50 pound braid today. It does a great job of giving us the power and the abrasion resistance we need to horse the big bass away from cover. We use the Contra braided line. It's smooth, it handles really well, and it's super strong and abrasion resistant. In addition to the right line, you need the right rod and reel when you're fishing heavy cover. We use medium heavy or heavy action bait casting rods and reels. Now the Lew's brand really has you covered when it comes to rods and reels. Today we're using various rod series, including the Custom Light series and the Signature series. But Lew's has a new for 2025 rod series, the LFS rods. Dana and I are each sampling these for the first time today. They're lightweight, they're super sensitive, and they come with split grip cork handles. We're loving the new LFS rods.
Not big, but it's all right.
Dock fish. Oh yeah.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, it's a chunk.
2 1/4, 2 1/2. So the Alexandria area is a great place to fish. We have a wonderful multi-species fishery. If you like bass, it's fantastic. If you like walleyes, you can do it. We got crappies and bluegills for the family. You can do a little bit of everything in the Alec area. Another big plus to the Alec area is that we have all kinds of different lakes. We have some big kind of classic lakes where you can go out and, you know, wide open spaces to troll for walleyes. But if you ever get a day when the wind really comes up, we got lots of little hidden gems where you can go and hide from the wind. Good one, good one, good one, good one, good one.
Oh! I got you, Dana.
Not yet, he ain't ready. All right, hold up. Oh, here we go.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Sitting up in the shade there, that big old hog. Just waiting for a tasty bluegill.
Good one. Once again, the Alexandria area of Minnesota proves itself. We did a walleye show earlier this year. We caught walleyes up to 30 inches. Today we caught several bass over 3 pounds. Those are quality fish. The Alexandria area has them, and it's got a lot of them. If you don't have Alexandria, Minnesota on your bucket list and you like to fish, you need to include it in your next vacation plan. Well, there you go, folks. The Alexandria area, known for its deep weed line bassin, it has shallow bass as well, and as you saw, we caught them good. Hey, from all of us at Fish in the Midwest, thanks for stopping by. Remember, be nice to one another, and as always, remember to include a youngster in your next outdoors adventure.